Uh, Today's stream start a little later than I expected. I didn't want to start it this late, but things happened. Like this time, it wasn't even me being lazy. Something actually did happen. Hello, Ellie Hennessy. So you're going to hear a little story that happened to me a few hours ago. So it turns out that there was actually a cat that died in my garage, and it's just been sitting there for a few weeks, and none of us noticed it. So I had to go in and clean it up because it was starting to stink up the whole place. Let me tell you, that was nasty. I had to spend a few hours scrubbing everything down. Rest in peace, kitten. There's a little stray. I didn't own any cats as pets. I'm allergic. Well, if I was allergic to alive cats, I'm definitely allergic to dead cats too. Ugh. So that is my excuse. I wanted to start this 2 hours ago, but guess I'll have to settle for right now. Anyways, what we're doing, I'm making thumbnails for a webcomic. For one chapter of a webcomic. This is all brand new to me, so I'm gonna give it a shot. Little sneak peek, you get spoilers. I need to change this song, dude. You're alive. I thought you weren't coming. No, I was busy cleaning up a dead cat. That's it. That's my actual reason, by the way. I had to clean up a dead cat in my garage. Damn, yeah. No, not my cat. It was a stray. It somehow ended up in my garage and got stuck behind, like, some windows. That was pretty nasty. Condolences, man. It's not my cat. But I was kind of sad. I did end up getting pretty tight with a stray cat like a year ago. It wasn't that cat, I didn't know that much, so. I need to stop thinking about that fucking cat, man. I'm going to do some warm-ups. I'll draw some circles. Fortunately, okay, so you wanna hear the details? So it's summer where I live, and it gets really hot. It wasn't stinking up the place like too bad, And the reason why was because it was because it was fucking dry. Oh my god, I thought when I was trying to before I had to pick it up, I thought that was going to be like relatively heavy and like all flippy floppy. No, it wasn't. It was dry. All of the water from that fucking cat evaporated. It's like it went through a food dehydrator. Which for a garage in the summer in my area, it might as well be a food dehydrator. And that's the story of why I'm starting to stream 2 hours later than I meant to. I can tell the laughter is nervous. Put some fruit behind there and make dried fruit. No, I have an actual food dehydrator. Don't need that. I mean, the cat's not gonna fuck me up. Like, when I was cleaning it out, I was like, it wasn't like, oh man, this is the saddest thing that's ever happened. No, cats die around here all the time. It had the nerve to die in my garage, though. No, what really got me were those goddamn mosquitoes. Again, I did make an entire song about mosquitoes and how much I hate them, but that entire time, mosquitoes were just eating my legs. I think what I'll do is I'm gonna move this over here. Okay, so I think I'm warmed up now. Time to get into what I'm trying to do. Well, yeah, I'm making a webcomic. So I don't really know what I'm doing, but according to YouTube tutorials on making webcomics, or at least manga. So according to YouTube tutorials on making manga, what you do to start off is you make a bunch of really crappy thumbnails. So that's what I'm gonna do. There are 3 panels. For this first chapter, I'm gonna try to make it around 16, less than 20 of these pages. Will I be able to fit the story I have in mind in 20 pages? I don't know. I'm gonna find out. Hopefully this stream. If not... Alright, so it can be like very, very... what's the word? Rough? Like super rough, like stick figure rough. So I'm gonna draw stick figures here. How the heck do you draw? How do you draw a star? How do you draw a pentagram? You know, something like this. So this is a demon summoning circle. Or starting the story off with that good old Christian satanic imagery. The story's gonna be very Christian. You know, because it's about a cute demon girl. You mean pagan? Would demons be considered pagan? No. I think like this specific iteration of demons would be like the Bible angels and demons. I don't know. I didn't read the Bible. It's the fantasy demons. You know, the ones that are in like every isekai that's like, oh yeah. The demons are the bad guys. Well, I want to make a story about a demon that is a bad guy. Or where the main character is a demon. And they're still a bad guy. But they're not the villain. No. There are scarier things in this world than demons, and that's literally everything else. Everything else is just as bad as the demons. That's the main theme. It's more interesting taxes, bills. I'm not 100% sure where I want to take the story yet. Because I do like me some good old politics in my stories, but I don't know if this current story, which I have in mind, which is more like adventuring setup, is going to be like politically focused. And when I say politically, I don't mean like super crazy inheritance schemes. I mean just like these people like own a bunch of these like robot things, like disposable robot drones, and they send them to fight other adventurers for all of their resources. So the main inspiration behind this is actually survival games. Behind the story, as I'm thinking of it right now, survival games like Ark. Ark and what's the other one? Rust. I don't play the like more PvP survival games, but my friends and I sometimes play the more co-op ones. We got really into Valheim a few years back. I specifically got into Palworld. My friends don't want to play Palworld. It's their loss. Yeah, here I'm just making really rough thumbnails. there's going to be 2 characters in the scene. Well, this one, which is the main character, and this dragon. So the setup right now is that the dragon forms a demon summoning for the demon girl. We're gonna get to exactly what's going on here in a little bit. Is this a... OMG, the dragon is a character too. Oh, right. So, all that stuff from my other drawing a few weeks ago. I'm gonna pull it up. Loading. This is a really big image file. Oh wait, that's the original one. I want to pull up the more recent one. If I can find it. Here we go. The dragon is a character too? Yes! The dragon is a character. So this is the full picture. This is the... I made this picture for this webcomic. And I'm going to try to fit all of the characters that you see here into those 20 pages. We got our main character. There's a lot of red in this image. Our main character and our side character is over here. This one's also a side character. Yeah, the dragon is a character. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 5 characters. I gotta fit into 20 pages. The way I'm going to do that... I'm not gonna go into my secrets just yet. I'll get there. Hola, soy nuevo. ¿Qué hacen? Martinecito Jr. Lo siento, no hablo español. So, I took 2 years of Spanish in high school. All of that... all of that knowledge, 2 years, time and knowledge, 2 years, have led to me being able to say exactly one phrase in Spanish kind of well. No hablo español. Lo siento. I'm more proficient in Japanese. Which isn't to say that I'm proficient in Japanese. You said something about being new. Soy nuevo. Huh. Oh yeah, I did not see... I didn't see you before. Hello to the stream. Hopefully you can speak English. If you can't, I don't really mind if you don't stay along. It's just... I can't speak Spanish. Sorry, buddy. Spanish. Bottom text, sample text. What would a dragon say to greet a demon that they summoned into the world? Yeah, actually, like, if you were trying to summon a fucking demon, what would you say to them as soon as they got here? Whoa. What was the dragon's motivation for the summon? So I'm going to get into that in like the next few panels. I kicked my computer's power cable literally right after the sent that message. Very funny. It happens to me a lot because my computer cable, my power cable is like right under my desk. Or it used to happen to me a lot, but I cleaned that up with some better cable management. Whoa. Oh, noobs. Okay, I think I got an idea. So what they would say, and this is all placeholder, but I'm thinking what they're gonna say. Welcome. Welcome to this world, demon. Wait till it finds out I'm Latina. Welcome to this world, demon. What is your name? I don't know, that sounds a little lame. Whatever, it's fucking placeholder. The point is that the dragon's trying to ask what her name is. I don't know how to draw. Welcome to this world. That's a shitty fucking dragon. Okay, so the dragon asked her what her name is, and she's going to respond with Elisa, because that's her name. And then she's going to add on top of that. So here she's pointing at the dragon. And your name is placeholder. It's placeholder. I don't have a name for the dragon yet. I don't have a name, I'm sorry. Naming OCs is hard, okay? And your name is... placeholder. Well, that's that page. Placeholder. So, Elise is not supposed to know the dragon's name, but here she does, and that's kind of weird. Like, she should not be able to know the dragon's name. And here the dragon is like... Haha. Wow, you're so cool. Yeah, this is all placeholder dialogue. That's right, how did you know? Yeah, the dragon is a fan. See here, it's got sparkles in its eyes. And here I'm going to draw Elisa on the left. So here, one other tip I picked up from YouTube is that when you have characters in a scene talking, you want to designate a side of the panel that they're going to be speaking from. So here in this panel, I've established that Elisa... Clip Studio better not crash on me. Okay, so here, Elisa is on the left, and the dragon is on the right of the panel. And apparently, you want to keep it consistent throughout the scene. So here, Elisa's on the left, Elisa's on the right, the dragon's on the left. I'm going to draw Elisa on the left. Or, the dragon's on the right, I'm going to draw Elisa on the left. So consistency when you're drawing a scene. Art programs tier list went off. Fuck no. No. We are not doing that. We are not doing an art program tier list. It took me like, what, 3 months to make that fucking social media tier list video. I'm not going through that again. There's like 5 billion art programs nowadays too. I'd put Photoshop at like B tier though. It's overkill for most people, honestly. No, because I hate Adobe, they're going into C tier. Just do the popular ones. Facebook and F. I am not posting my art on Facebook. What's happening? And you guys get to see my my digital art handwriting. It's great, right? Okay, so basically what's happening here... Is this elevator music? Yeah. So what's happening in this scene is that... Right, so Elisa asked, or said that the dragon's name is correct. The dragon asked how she knew, and Elisa doesn't really know why. She just remembers somehow that the dragon's name is that. And that's kind of weird because they never met. How does she remember that? Well, it's some context clues. So here is the very first page. You know, there's a dead girl here. She's dead. Is this girl? Is this girl? She's dead in the very first panel of the story. That's fun. So yeah, over here she's dead. This is Elisa. She's like, oh yeah, hey, I'm going to die. Then she gets shot in the head, and fucking dies. On the third page. Yeah, that's that's the kind of opener I'm going for. And then on the fourth page, we get a flashback to 10 minutes earlier. So cute seeing you so excited about this. Yeah. I just have like ideas. Like I've always wanted to make stories. Written a few fan fictions back in my day. I got that out of my system. And it turns out I hate writing. Like describing things. Like if you ask me to describe like how a person is talking, it's like, oh my god, I don't want to fucking do that. This world, does being adorable get you murdered? No, being adorable does not get you murdered. It's just par for the course. You can be ugly and still get murdered. But it's alright. It's alright if you die, because when you die, you don't die in real life. Okay, so I'm thinking for the next page. The dragon is like, but we've never met before. Ooh, maybe I can go with a... Ooh, look at that. Fancy diagonal panel. I don't know if that's a good thing, but... Wait, so there is something about panel flow. I'm not entirely sure how diagonal panels fit in, but this comic is read from left to right. So it's not manga order where it's right to left. Like that's a little too cringe for me. I'm not gonna write the manga, this manga, in Japanese word order because the original language isn't Japanese, it's English, which is left to right. So panel order is, or yeah, read order is left to right. So panel order also has to be left to right. So you start from the top left, and then you read right, or you read down. But you read right and down at the same time. So if it's diagonal, I'm not entirely sure what to do here. Said nothing is wrong with cringe though. Nothing is wrong. But me personally, I'm not going to write a comic in Japanese order. I'm not Japanese. So you did figure out that I'm from the United States. This is going to be... I think this comic's going to end up being very American if you ignore the art style. Well, I don't know. I think it's going to deal with some American themes because that's just going to like come through subconsciously. Like even if I try to ignore it, because I'm American, like the story is just going to end up American by default. Oh, guns? Oh yeah, every single character here has a gun. He has a gun, she has a gun, sort of. She has a... Actually, she doesn't have a gun. She definitely has a gun. Yeah, everyone gets guns. Because this is America. How American of you. But we've never met before. And then... I don't know what goes after this. Oh, I need to start moving the story forward. We're at... What is this? 9 pages and nothing has happened. But we've never met before. Does it have to be 20 pages though? No, it doesn't. I just heard that 20 pages is like a good number to go for. Like, apparently that's the sweet spot where it's not too long, and if you can tell a story in 20 pages, that's like how you hook people in with a relatively fast-paced first chapter. we've never met before. Oh, okay, okay. How about... Oh, I got it. That's your... That's your, demonic power. Your demonic power. So that is... Okay, let me sketch out this so the dragon's like... Do you know why I summoned you? Oh, I guess the first words out of the dragon's mouth will be hi, and then you're smaller than I expected. So yeah, the dragon is expecting something relatively specific. Okay, so that's a page. Again, thumbnails. It doesn't have to look great. So far, a lot of these pages have just been 3 panels. I can redo that. Okay, so the dragon is like, do you know why I summoned you? And here the dragon is going to spread its wings and be like... For adventure! Or adventure! The classic dragon spreading its wings pose. And then Elisa's like... Like what? Yes, that's very vague. That's not specific at all. And then the dragon. Let's see here. I'm kind of making up like the in-between details of the story as I'm going along. Like I do know the overall plot of this chapter, but I'm kind of just winging all the details in between. You can see here, I'm actually already on my second draft. Like I already have this. There is a bigger first draft, which I'm deciding to not use like any of it because this was like a pure 20 pages of setup. This is like a chapter 0, aka a prologue. I don't want to make a prologue. I want to make a chapter 1. Actually, now that I think about it, this first draft literally ends where my second draft starts. So it's like I literally trimmed out an entire chapter for my first chapter. And let's see, when I make this second draft, I'm probably going to do a lot of cutting with this too. Alright, so for adventure, and then Elise is like, what? I see nothing wrong with the chapter 0. There isn't anything wrong with starting off with a chapter 0, but I personally don't want to do that for this story. Because I think what I'm going to do to maintain an air of mystery and pacing is I would like put the elements of this first draft, like I would intersperse it throughout the rest of the series. This would be so nice as a series. What do you think I'm trying to do here? This is a series. Well, specifically, it's a one-shot, but like this entire first chapter is going to be a self-contained story, but I would be able to branch it out into a series later. Oh, I have animator brain. You're an animator? Ooh. How is it? I'd imagine animating would be pretty tough. Me personally, I think I would get pretty bored trying to animate. I messed around with animation a little bit when I was younger. I didn't really like it though. And the thumbnails look so fleshed out. Oh, really? I think some of them look more fleshed out than others. Okay, alright, you know what? No. I think I'm going through this wrong. I just need to, like, write shit down. This is, like, a very first draft. So, I just need to get panels done. Alright, so let's just move forward with what I want to do. I'm going to write in filler here. I don't know how to fill out that page. Actually, I'm going to write text here, so this will be a text box. There's supposed to be a text. Why can't I see anything? That's weird. This hasn't happened to me before. Demons are well known for famous for being okay, so here's some lore. Demons are famous for being powerful. Demons are famous for being powerful. I don't want this to come off as too info dumpy. Let's be your power then. Wait. Mittens are famous for being powerful. Well, I'm gonna guess your power. You guessed my name, so it's fair. So you guessed my name, so it's fair. And then Elisa, because she is new, like she's not a regular demon. She's like, what? She's like, what? No. She's like, no, I'm sorry, I just got here. I just got here. That is going to be her dialogue. I just got here. Here, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to eat. This is super mega interesting though. Alright, good night. I'm in a white box. Lisa is super cute. What is this mood? This is going to be her default derp expression while I'm drawing this thumbnail. While I'm drawing her in these thumbnails. Because I don't want to spend time drawing their facial expressions. He literally me for you. I'm sorry, I just got here. I don't know what you're talking about. And then the dragon is like, oh. Okay. Oh wow, me too. Oh wow, me too. I'm new to this. Elisa, none of these look correct. It's A-L-I-S-A. Elisa. Okay, so here the dragon's like, I'm new to adventuring and I wanted help. With an A. And here Elisa's like, what the fuck? You're an adventurer? Oh, I want to take the dragon home. He's cute. I'm gonna give you a spoiler for like the next few pages. This dragon and this character, they're the same person. That's right! The dragon can transform into a cute girl! Yeah. So the dragon's like, yeah. Yeah, I'm a new adventurer. It's kinda hard to move around in this body though. This body though. Okay, so here the dragon's like, ooh, I'm a big dragon. And she's like, the dragon's like, ooh. I just wanted to impress you. When I summoned you. Okay, now here, the dragon's gonna be like, let me change into something more comfortable. Like, she's just changing clothes. Being more comfy. And she's gonna stab her eye out. Stab. Yes, you know, that's just what dragons do, right? I might change the song. Okay, so the dragon stabbed one of its own eyes out. So that's the one on the left. That's supposed to be Elisa. This is the dragon. So that's the dragon. Okay, okay. It makes sense, right? The scribble it's a dragon. It works. Okay, so here I'm gonna draw this in red. So the dragon's like spewing blood from its eye socket because it just stabbed its own eye out. That's normal in fantasy series, right? So what it's going to try to do here is something like that, I think. Okay, so the dragon is flicking its eyeball away from it. What is your webtoon about? Okay, so it's about a group of adventurers. So this girl, this demon girl, and hold up, and this dragon girl. So these two are adventurers, and they want to become basically the top adventurers. And to do that, they need to beat up other adventurers. So it's a race to the top. It's like a fighting webtoon, sort of. Fantasy adventure. Where instead of fighting other monsters, every adventurer, they fight other adventurers. But it works because all the adventurers are monsters too. might have noticed, so there's like all of these like non-human features on all of my characters. That's because there aren't any humans. What do they win? Bragging rights? Yeah, pretty much just bragging rights, that's it. Like, they're not doing this because it's like... Because it's like very... like, important for them. And I'll get to this in a few pages, in a few panels. But basically... Maybe I can just draw it right now. Okay, so... I'm just gonna skip ahead a few pages, but... So... Here are the two main characters. And again, so it's this girl and this girl. They're the two main characters. And they're on this island. I should say floating island. Island. It floats. But it's here's the thing, it's a really small floating island. Or here to rip cat. F's in chat for the cat. So they're like the dragon girl is like we're on this island. We're on this rock. We're on this rock, but there's a few people. But there's people over there. And she points over, and it turns out that there's also another floating rock over there. But there's people over there. So we have a base. Yeah, okay. We're on this rock, but there's people over there. On that rock. On that floating rock. So here we have two floating rocks. I wonder how it died. Oh no, it just got stuck there. In the garage. There's like a lot of crap in the garage, and it... The cat, it probably ended up inside the garage. Like sometime when we opened it, or we left the side door open. So it ended up in there. And then eventually we closed the garage because, you know, it's just what you do, right? But the cat was still in there. We didn't know the cat was still in there. So it just got stuck there and it just died by the window, I guess. And it just stayed there for a few weeks. Where was I? Something about floating islands? Yeah. Okay, so here the dragon's giving exposition. I'm gonna type this out. They have a base over there. We have a base over here. No. We have a base over here. And they have a base over there. So obviously we need to take it. And that's the entire setup for the story. We have a base over here, and they have a base over there, so obviously we need to take it. And the joke here is that the base over there, the leader of that is this girl. Ooh, look, she's on the cover. She's important. She's an angel girl. So here we got the demons versus angels things going on. This is actually a demons versus angels story. Sort of. So yeah, this is the basics of this story. We have a base over here and they have a base over there, so obviously we need to take it. And everything that has happened beforehand, so all of this is just setup. So the demon won. We'll get to that. But yeah, we have a base over here. They have a base over there. So obviously we need to take it. So Elisa's looking at the ground. Oh, wait. Forgot to add something to this explanation. So obviously we need to take it. So Elisa's looking. And she's like, well, we're just on rocks. Floating rocks in the middle of nowhere. In the middle of nowhere, why are we fighting? No, okay, so why are we fighting? So she's asking this question. So she steps outside. She steps outside and she looks down, so over here in the previous pages, like somewhere around here, the dragon is explaining. Oh, I'm fighting those guys. I'm fighting some other people. Other people for land. For land. And then they walk outside. They're on this floating island. So yeah, eventually the conversation from all the previous pages ends up here. I'm fighting some other people for land. Then they walk outside to see that they're... And Elisa sees they're on a floating rock. And then Elisa is like a little disappointed. She's like, I don't get it. We're just on rocks in the middle of nowhere. That's literally floating in the sky. There's nothing here but rocks, and the explanation the dragon gives is we have a base over here and they have a base over there. So what else are we supposed to do? Yeah, I like that. What else are we supposed to do? I have a base over here and they have a base over there. What else are we supposed to do? And Elisa's like... What? What? Okay. How many pages am I at? We have 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18? So I'm already at like 18 or so pages. And it's literally all just set up. Nothing has happened. Fuck, this is gonna be hard. I mean, I don't have to do it in 20 pages. But I want to do it in 20 pages. PNG Tuber is so cute. Thank you. Okay, so Elisa's like, what the fuck are you talking about? When the dragon says that's the entire reason they're fighting. She's like, the dragon's like, yeah, let's fight. And Elisa, in response to that, Elisa's like, No. I'm gonna make a second layer for this. And then the dragon girl is like the fuck you mean no? And Elisa is like, I don't want to fight. Then the dragon girl pulls out a smartphone. A smartphone. Nah, it's not a smartphone. It's like a... It's like one of those fantasy RPG magic screens. She points at it and is like, but that's not what your contract says. I know this probably sounds like schizo posting, but that's because there isn't any context to this. You get to witness a story being created in its rawest form. That's not what your contract says. And this is a screen and it says contract. And Elisa's like, contract? You can see my art skills. My thumbnails are getting rapidly worse as I'm writing the story. Yeah, your demon contract. And she says, you know that you signed? You signed before I summoned you? And then Elisa's like, signed? I didn't sign a... Then she cuts herself off because it turns out that this is what demons do. They sign contracts. Okay, so like sometime beforehand, before she got summoned, Elisa signed a big contract with like, again, it's all demonic, so there's like pentagrams and shit on it. So sign here. So before she got summoned, Elisa signed a contract, and then she's like, oh shit, I didn't read the terms and conditions. I didn't read the TOS. No, not the TOS. The terms and conditions. Yeah, and the Dragon Girl's like, yeah, you have to do everything I say. Yeah, you have to do everything I say. And Elisa's like, and if I don't? You'll experience unbelievable mental pain. And Elisa is like, oh no. Oh no. So now the Dragon Girl is like, here, catch. And it's a sword. And it's a sword. Specifically, it's a gun sword because every weapon in this world has to be a gun, because of course it does. It's a gun sword. And to end the chapter, Lisa's like, what the fuck did I get myself into? And that's the chapter. Something like that. Okay, so that is one draft of a bunch of thumbnails for the first chapter. Now, I don't know if I'm going to leave it like this, because as it turns out, nothing happened in this chapter. This is the exact same thing as my first draft, but I did it again in the second draft, just a little bit further along in this story. So nothing happened in this draft either. Some exposition. It turns out that they're about to fight. Lisa's about to fight, but Alright, I'm just going to go through the story of it, including this very first draft. Okay, so I'm just going to run through it really quick. So basically, this is Elisa. She used to be a normal human girl from our world, quote unquote, our world. But she dies in a car accident, and she reincarnates as a demon in hell. That's right, this is an isekai! Of course, I had to do it. I had to do like a reincarnation isekai. It's just a funny trope to me. So yeah, she's an isekai. She got isekai'd as a demon, and she got stuck in there for like a few years or so. Because bad bureaucracy on Hell's side. So basically in this chapter, she's talking to a demon lawyer who's like, yeah, you can become, or you can get summoned to another world instead of being stuck in literal hell. So the lawyer gives Elisa a contract to be summoned to another world and be bound to like a summoner, which in this case is a dragon. And basically this entire first draft was basically just setting up the context for Elisa getting summoned in the first place. Which was basically just a bunch of talking where nothing happened. So that's why I made the second draft where slightly more stuff happened. So here, we start with the flash forwards. Elisa gets fucking shot and killed. We can ignore that for right now. 10 minutes earlier, so Elisa just got summoned by this dragon who's like, hi, you're a demon and I'm a dragon. I summoned you so we could go adventuring together. Because those guys have a base over there and we have a base over here. We have a base over here. Let's go fight. And Elisa's like, no, I don't want to fight. And the dragon's like, too bad, you're fighting. And Elisa's like, ah, fuck. I guess we're fighting then. Actually, now that I went through both of those drafts, I think this second draft, it could still work as a first chapter because this actually takes place... This actually takes place in the world, and it's like actually setting stuff up for the story. Whereas for this first draft, I think the reason why I have an issue with it, with this first draft, is because nothing happens story-wise. Like, this is just setting up why the main character somehow became a demon. Like, why the main character is a demon and why she's, like, in another world. But that's, like, that's prologue thing. That's prologue stuff. Whereas this is actually setting up the story. Cool. I think I'll let this draft marinate. I'll let it marinate a little bit, and then I'll decide how I feel about it after that. Okay, so since all of these panels are like all of these pages are like 3 panels or more, I could definitely combine a few panels into a few other pages, and that will definitely cut the page count down. But we're already like over 20 as it is here. An idiot says hi. Hi, an idiot. What a funny name. How are ya? I'm good. I just finished making a rough draft for a webcomic. Or at least for one chapter of a webcomic. You kinda tuned in at a pretty bad time because I'm actually about to end the stream. Like, pretty soon. But yeah, I'm doing good. There is this stuff in the middle that I didn't get to. I'll just fill in these missing panels some other day. You know, I'm pretty happy with where I got with this thumbnailing stage, because at least I'm actually getting stuff done for my OCs. That is one thing that... That is one trap that I see OC... Well, I wouldn't say trap, but it's like a thing that you can do to elevate your OCs. Like if you have an OC, you have like a world. You might have a world, a story in mind that your OC inhabits. You should just make the story or the world. That would like elevate your OC status from being just like, oh, you have a fan OC, to like, holy shit, you're making stuff happen, right? Like, that's what I'm trying to do here. So I have an OC that I really like. No, Elisa. I like this OC, so I'm gonna do something with her, with it. Like, not just have it be a bunch of like standalone drawings. I want it to be part of a story. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to do here. Thanks for tuning into the stream. I'll see you all next time.